Scorpio. Hey friends. I'm your Empress Divine. You're watching Empress Divine Channel. I channel messages straight from the highest upper echelons of spirit, the spirits of love, down to you here, Divine Feminine. So this reading is all about the full moon in Cancer taking place on January 10th. You'll feel this energy give or take a day or two, so you could already be feeling this energy. But let's see what's going on. We'll use the Goddess Guidance to get an overall message for you. Bloop, there it go. And then, oh, I haven't seen this card in a minute. This is special, Scorpio. And then I make a message. I give a message that is just for you because it's ladies first here, and then we do the love thing. So first we have guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. Dare I say it, someone else needs you, Scorpio. Ain't that always the case? Someone needs you. Someone needs your ability to dig to the depths of what's really going on. Somebody needs you to just crack them open and hug them for like 2 minutes and then make them break down. I read somewhere that if you hug somebody for 2 to 4 minutes, like 80% of people will start crying because you're just tapping into some energy that they haven't felt capable of sharing with anyone. So, child, somebody needs you, honey. Somebody with some childhood wounds, somebody still walking around being childish, somebody stuck in a karmic cycle for the past 15, 20, 25, 30-ish years. They need you, child. Somebody needs you. I mean, not Capricorn. It could be a Capricorn who needs you, but somebody needs you, Scorpio. I don't feel comfortable with that last card that came out. I was absent-mindedly pulling, and I don't like absent-mindedly pull. But yeah, honey, somebody needs you. Somebody needs your guidance. And let me tell you something. You ain't always got to be present to guide them. Because at the bottom of the deck, you have that 7 of Staffs, meaning that you always take care of yourself first. And then you have the Page of Cups, meaning that you give a little. Okay? Don't give so much that you get sucked into anything. Just give a little. If it's been somebody that you thought about maybe cutting off, maybe don't cut them all the way off. Just pull back. Because I don't like to cut people off. I don't like to say, you know what, I'm done with you. F you. You don't have no more place in my life. I'm about like Medea. If you see somebody trying to grow, somebody trying to become a little bit more than a leaf, or somebody trying to, graduate from a branch to a root or to a trunk, you let them stay in your life. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to catch up on your Medea, honey, because she be reading your life for you. But yeah, if you see somebody trying, but maybe they stuck in their own little cycles or whatever, then you don't completely count them out just because they're not as far in their soul's ascension as you are, because that's a little elitist, and that's an attitude that I myself struggle with sometimes too. You get in that mode of like, oh, you're not on my level, go away. Because I'll be quick to call somebody a peasant. I do not apologize, because I don't just go around calling regular people that. I call it to the people who be people who just be hating and be reaching and be trying to start conflict for no reason. I'll call you a peasant real quick because I understand you in a low vibrational place. But this person, they're not a peasant, okay? They stuck. They stuck. And I know sometimes you don't want to hear that, Scorpio. I know sometimes you don't be want to hear that people are just stuck in their ways, because that's not a valid excuse for treating you badly. But I don't feel like this person tries to treat you badly. They really are just reacting out of habit. This is a very reactive as opposed to a proactive person. Things in life happen to them. They don't make things happen. So yes, they are very much still like in a victimized state of mind. And you are not. You have such good cards here. You have so much promising things in your life. And that's another reason why I felt that I need to tell you to that maybe you don't cut them all the way off, but just get them bubble gum. You feel me? Like, I can't give you my heart. I can hand you this stick of bubble gum and hope that holds you over. You know, I can make your little dark night of the soul a little bit sweeter with this stick of candy, but I can't give you my heart because you're really not on my level. Sometimes you got to see things. You have to be 100%. You got to be real. You got to be raw. You got to be honest. And I know that's just the way that Scorpio likes it. Scorpio feminine, you're too much. You're too abundant. You're too prosperous. You're going to big places. You're doing big things. And everybody can't come with you, sister girl. Honey. Everybody can't come with you to the places that you're going. First and foremost, because everybody don't have etiquette. When I think about Scorpios, I think of some of the most well-behaved people on this earth. A lot of people think of Scorpios and they think about the wrath and all of that and the sting, but that's only after you done pushed them, after they have been nice to your dirty ass, only after they done did everything that they could for your dog ass. And all of a sudden, all you can remember is that they're mean and spiteful and they sting and that they're full of rage and wrath and revenge. No, these are very mild-mannered, very knowledgeable of etiquette, very, what's that word? Diplomatic, very diplomatic people. Scorpio. And I feel like you're a very diplomatic person. You understand finance, you understand manners, you understand etiquette, you have couth, you know how to behave in the business world. You can go from the boardroom to the dance floor and just be so classy in any environment. You're like a chameleon. Definitely like a chameleon. You could just do anything. And I feel like this person knows that. And they want to hold on to you because they see that you have the wings and the potential and the ability to go anywhere in life. She has wings. This person in this card, Damara, that's holding on to this child. The child is clutching onto her, but she's like a fairy with wings. This is how your person sees you. They know for a fact that you can go anywhere and do anything and be anything. And they don't feel the same way. They are not on your level. They are not spiritually the same rank as you. You two are not equally yoked. Somehow you still end up involved with this person. And this ain't even a love reading yet. How about that? This ain't even a love reading yet. I'm just drawing on what I feel here. So many cups and so much water. It's just, you just involved with people that are not on your level. Or involved with someone who's just not on your level. It could be a friend at this point. Like, you could have a girlfriend and you be like, girl, I love you to the moon and back, but you can't be my bestie because you just not it. And not even saying it in a mean way. It's just like you don't have the qualities that I would need to feel 100% supported in such an intimate friendship. It can be a family member. Cuz I love you, but we can't rock like that. Like, I can't make space in my life for you. You can't come where I'm going. And trust you me, it's going to be a lot of your family members or a lot of friends or a lot of associates who try to go where you're coming. Try to come where you're going. Go where you come in and whatever. Because you have such an abundance over your life and you have like this spiritual element about you. You yourself are probably a spiritual person, hence why you're here watching this. But you're moving. Your life is moving by leaps and bounds, not even a little bit. Like seeds that you planted long ago and that you've watered over time with beautiful intentions, they are beginning to reap the rewards for you. They're beginning to, sprout and bloom, and you're about to enjoy a very plentiful harvest. And that's another thing too. You're going to have to teach the children. Mother, you're going to have to teach the children. You have to show the children what you can do if you really direct your energy, because I feel like because you are such an intense energy, you can direct energy really well, Scorpio. And you've done so, okay? So you're going to be guiding people along the way. People who really probably would not be able to see the potential in their own selves were it not for you. Like, believe it or not, people who are from the same place that you came from, they need to see somebody from the same place make it out. You don't even have to be from the hood. You could be from a regular working class neighborhood or a regular lower middle class neighborhood. They need to be able to see somebody who came from their regular surroundings make it in life. Yes, mother girl, you'll be teaching the children. Now let's look into your love life, and I already feel strongly that that message leans over into your love life too. Love for Scorpio. Love for Scorpio. I'm gonna lie, Scorpio. After y'all reading, I'm probably not gonna do no more readings tonight because y'all be pulling it out of me. Energy be so real and raw and intense. Y'all pull it out of me. Y'all pull my real reading. A lot of the stuff I just told y'all, I didn't get from the cards. I was straight from the source. Straight from a connection with the source. All right. Scorpio, love around the full moon in Cancer. Oh, Lord, listen. Trying to do a lot. You trying to do a lot. Scorpio around the full moon in Cancer. Word vomit. I just heard word vomit. Oh, Lord. Somebody gonna come in with that word vomit. I'm so sorry. I'm going to tell you that. Baby, take me back. Don't leave me. Word vomit. That's what I mean. I do feel like somebody is trying, Lord. I feel like they just bound by the hands and the feet. Like they can't do nothing. Life won't get no better for them. Oh, my Lord. You put a lot into relationships. You invest a lot of yourself. And thus far, Scorpio, I'm really feeling like it hasn't left you with the best feeling or the best taste in your mouth. Like there's just a bitterness surrounding when you think back on all the people that you gave so much of yourself to. And that's why that lesson is that you give to people, but you don't clip your own wings. You still keep yourself first. Yes, it is entirely okay to acknowledge that there is a connection. Yes, okay? Yes, there's a connection. There is a connection. Don't drive yourself crazy thinking, well, I just know it was a connection. I don't understand why things turned out the way they did. I just know. Yes, Spirit acknowledges it too. There is a connection. But you have to realize that sometimes when you come together with people, no matter how you slice it, it's going to be problems. It's going to be problems. And you can't change everything. Some things take spiritual change. And honey, that's going to take some time. You can't force nobody to ascend. And that's another thing that I was talking about when I was talking about, that kind of, you can tend to have an elitist attitude before you know it. Kind of looking like, well, if I do this and, I've beat my demons, then you should be able to beat your demons too. But it ain't always that easy for everybody. Even if your situation or your circumstances or your trauma, your depression, your anxiety, your issues were relatively rougher than the other person. I know people who have been molested, raped, beat, and they overcame their issues better than the person who just had a hoe as a daddy. A man who, cheated on his mom and had outside children, but still knew they daddy. I know people who got over the rape and the molestation and being beaten and stuff faster than the person who had a toxic father in the house. Just because he was a player and, he broke his mom down. Some people don't recover from that. And to me, that's simple shit. Because men cheat, okay? It's a fact of life. Not all, but most. So much that I don't have to say not all, okay? I know people who can't get over that or who are still stuck using that as an excuse why they're afraid of love and blase. And the person who was over here molested, raped. I don't mean just, how they try to say it was a sexual assault. No, I mean rape. When you think of the word rape, that type of rape. And they were able to heal from it and are able to trust and to love and to not be all jumpy when someone reaches to touch for them, and to be able to hug people and give you a good old church hug too, rub your back, have you ready to cry, all of that. But somebody who daddy was a hoe and had outside children and broke up the perfect family home, they still walking around with excuses. And I'm not shaming nobody's problems. I'm not saying nobody's problems are better or are worse than yours, because at the end of the day, we all have to live our life. But what I'm saying is that you can't expect somebody to be able to overcome everything that you overcome, okay? Even if your problems were comparatively much more complicated and you were still able to overcome. This person is, like I said earlier in the reading, they do not have the same spiritual rank as you. They do not have the same spiritual rank as you. And to be honestly, they have a very polluted mind. I feel this person has a polluted mind. Like, the love for you may be pure, but if you don't have control over your mind, you're not going to be able to do anything for nobody. And I feel like this person has a polluted mind. When I say polluted mind, I mean like mental illnesses, like PTSD, like, schizophrenia, stuff like that. It's hard for them to control their mind. There's so much pollution and there's so much negativity, and the devil has such a hold of their mind that everything they do is fear-based. They live from a place of having to fight instead of, just loving life. They come from a place of surviving and not thriving. You come from a place of thriving. So you are not equally yoked. Spiritually, you outrank them. They don't see life the same way that you see it. They have two totally different perspectives. This person in this card here, guiding children, this fairy is looking out into the beautiful green, lush scenery. This child here is looking down here at this brown, dull log. Like, you could be in the same room with the same thing happening, and y'all can come away with two totally different stories. And you be looking at this person like, how the hell did you get that from what just happened? They will literally see everything as an attack on them. And it's wild. Like, it's crazy. I feel the energy. I feel it. You be looking like, what? How did you get that? Like, where is your mind? Sometimes you feel like this person may be delusional, and that's another side effect or, symptom of them having a polluted mentality. This person has a very their mind is not in a good place. When you think about people who have lost their mind, this person has lost their damn mind. And I'm not saying that in a way to like rag on nobody or laugh at them, because it's a very real thing. Most people already walk around barely conscious. Like, they just conscious enough to eat, sleep, and shit, and go to work. Very few people are really aware of what's going on around them. Less than half of the population of humans can feel energy. Like, they just living. When you watch the movie The Matrix, it's a real thing. Very few people can feel that. Very few people can see that. And this person is one of the very much so lower energies where they don't pick up on spiritual insight. They don't feel genuine energy and love. They can't understand the things that you understand. Yet and still, there's a connection here. It could be a past life connection. In the past life, you could have been their parent. In the past life, they could have been your parent. Whatever the case may be, there is a connection here. So that is acknowledged, but it don't look like it's going to be able to grow in this lifetime. At least not, where they are right now. Like, I don't mean to tell nobody that it ain't going to work out, but I just, look, we got the Judgment card. Like, basically, they're going to have to go through a whole new cycle of living. They're going to have to go through a whole spiritual death. A whole psychological, mental, spiritual death, whatever the case may be, before it really comes to them being where you need them to be. And I'm sorry to have to say that, Scorpio. That's heavy. But what I will say is that you still have the ability to be happy in your own life. You still have the ability to go forth and find what it is that you do deserve. You can still have what it is that you want. You just have to realize that you can't give as much to people. You can't be out here giving to people until you just collapse and die. You got to focus on yourself in order for you to flourish and be strong and sexy and to keep stomping through like the big stepper that you are. You're going to have to just, yes, honey, yes. Come on, queen. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Down at the bottom, look at these standards. You're going to have to stick to those standards and know that you are beautiful and sexy and that people want you, and that you, because you have such a high level of sexiness and strong energy, that you are going to attract people like this who literally need you. You attract needy people, but you have to be Queen of Swords and icy enough to go, no, sir. I can help you a little bit. I can show you to the nearest therapist. I can tell you exactly what it is that's wrong with you, but that's about all I can do with you. You're going to have to be real strong and straight to the point. I feel like this past relationship, this most recent relationship that you've been in, Scorpio, has taught you so much about that. Being able to say, sir, stop in the name of love. I'm not going to coddle you. I'm not going to enable you. That's the best way to help and heal a child. Don't coddle it. Speak to them straight up. Tell them what it is and what it ain't. And you can go forth and have everything that you desire, because baby, you deserve it. And when what energy that matches your energy comes in, it's going to be a big production. And I don't mean like you just acting. I mean like it's going to be big. A lot of people are going to have their eyes on your relationship and on your situation. You're going to be people to watch. Power couple, that type of energy. Like you guys will have power and influence, because they match your energy. You have such a powerful energy that people are literally attracted to you who are needy, because they can feel how loving, how amazing, how nurturing, how transformational your energy is. And they need that. But you're not, just because they need it, that don't mean you have to give it, because you don't owe nobody nothing, Scorpio. You owe it to yourself. And how you guide your own children that's all that matters. It can be other people who are children in the spirit, but they not your real children. You better go ahead over here and get yourself one of these little rich kids. Make for yourself a little rich family. That's what's valuable. The foundation that you set for your generations to come, for your descendants. That's what's valuable. Just being out here, just breaking yourself down just because somebody else is broke down. That's not what's hot. That's not what we're doing in the streets in 2020, okay, Scorpio? So that has been your reading. And I'm going to shut it down for the night, because y'all officially have the longest freaking reading I have done in a long time. I ain't reached 20 minutes in a minute, okay? But y'all pull it up out of me, Scorpio. Lord Jesus. All right. So like the video, subscribe, comment, share with a friend. Let me know what's up. I love y'all so much. Thank you for just being a part of this channel as we continue to grow. I'll see y'all later. Bye.